Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you're returning, welcome back. If you hear anything in the background, just know I'm currently in Nigeria trying to make sure I get these videos uploaded for you guys. So if you guys have any requests, I see them both on my Instagram and my TikTok. Just go ahead and keep commenting what you guys want to see. So in this video, I'm going to go show you guys how I do my Goddess Knotless Braids 3.0. And if you want to know in more detail how many parts I use, more specifically how many curls I use in each braid, yes, I counted every single one because somebody asked me in a TikTok video and I put that in my product list. I put that in my product list. If you go and you look at my product list, I literally have how many curls are in each braid. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys how I do my Small Goddess Knotless Braids 3.0. And this is one clip of me doing it, but I also have another clip which is a lot better. I know I'm getting better at my angles and making sure that I'm not in the way of the video, but we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into the video. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to divide that section into 3 parts. Once you have those 3 parts, you're going to do a braid. You're going to take the leftmost side, you're going to braid it under. You're going to take the rightmost side, you're going to braid it under. And then you're going to do that one more time. You're going to take the leftmost side and braid it under. Take the rightmost side and braid it under. And then this is the point where you're going to start adding hair. You add hair in between your pointer and your middle finger, and then you continue braiding. You do one full rotation, and then you're going to add another piece of hair right where you added before, between the pointer and the middle finger. And then you're going to do one more rotation, and then you're going to add another piece of hair to between the pointer and the finger. And this way it just makes sure that all the legs have a piece of hair, and that all of them are even. And now you're going to braid the rest of the braid down. And if you're struggling on learning how to braid, you can also get my ebook, Becoming a Stylist. This is a lot more detailed, and it shows you how to braid, how to set up for hair, everything you need if you're a beginner trying to become a braider. Anyways, all you're going to do is you're going to braid part way down. Now, this is me adding a piece of hair. I always add it in between You're going to see me move the hair. I'm going to add that hair in between the pointer and my middle finger, and then I'm going to keep braiding. Whenever I'm adding something, whether it's hair or curls, I always add it in between my pointer and my middle finger. And that's just me making sure that the thickness of my braid stays consistent, because as you braid down, you lose your hair. The hair of the client, your hair, whichever one starts to thin out, and you're going to need to add hair to keep the thickness of the braid the same. Now this is me adding a piece of curl. In the same way, I'm going to add that curl in between my pointer and my middle finger. And I'm just going to slide it right in there. You'll see me do it again, putting that hair into between my pointer and my middle finger. Then I'm putting the curl there as well. And then after that, I'm just going to take that rightmost strand, that was the middle strand, and I'm going to continue braiding all the way down. Now, if you're confused on the strands and how they work and where to add hair, which strand goes which way, I have a lot more detail in my Becoming a Stylist ebook. Anyways, you're going to continue braiding all the way down. This is me adding hair because the braid is becoming too thin. And I'm just going to continue braiding all the way down. And in this braid, I'm going to go ahead and add another piece of curl, and then I'm going to show you guys how I end off a braid. Okay, so we've reached the end of the braid, and this part is sped up because I just don't like the angle that I took it in. More than likely, I'm gonna have to learn to stand on the right hand side or just record from an upper more angle. If you guys have any tips on how to get a better angle, please let me know. But looking back over this clip, I was like, yeah girl, there's no need to even talk through this. But all I'm doing is adding hair like I did with the other curls, and then I braid the rest of the way down, and then I just secure it with a knot. And yeah, as the video continues, I'm gonna do it again in a better angle, and as I continue to record, I continue to get better angles, and just work with me and we're gonna figure this out together. Yeah, so for the next probably 2 minutes, you're just gonna see me braid. Yeah, enjoy. Okay, after that, I'm going to go ahead and part out my edges in the front. And if you're a braider, go ahead and ask your client how they want their edges. I know a lot of braiders don't really ask because they do their edges according to like their page to get more views. But go ahead and ask your client. After that, I'm going to make a part down the middle and then make those parts into 2 more parts, into 4 parts, just so I can have better access when making my lines. As you can see, this line is not straight at all. And I noticed that because I divided the hair down the middle, and I'm able to get more accurate, more straight parts. So this is me just straightening that part out. And this is how it looks like after. It looks a lot better than it did before. Just having that middle line as guidance is very, very helpful. Now here I am going ahead and pre-parting my rows. I always pre-part my rows just because it's easier and I get to see like the layout. If you didn't notice, I pre-parted one way to the left, and then me going back was me re-pre-parting because I noticed that some of the parts were off and I didn't like that. So when you pre-part, you have more control over how like your parts look. So this is me going in and braiding after I finish pre-parting those rows. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this row, another row, and then we're going to slow it down once again. I'm going to show you guys how I start the braid, add curls, finish the braid. And if you guys want to know how many curls are in each braid, again, that's in my product list ebook. When I said I count each and every one of the curls and I put them here, I counted each and every one of the curls because someone asked. I didn't know that would ever be a question, but every single braid got it for you. Now I usually do like 1 to 3 curls for each braid, but the way I do it, I don't put the same amount of curls in each braid. One thing I love about hair, or like, it's just imperfection. I feel like imperfection makes a style look a lot more natural, and that's what I try to do. Like, each braid will not have the same amount of curls, each row will not have the same like curl patterns. I believe like imperfection and chaos is just like beautiful when dealing with hair. Okay guys, so we're gonna slow it down once again. To start off, I already pre-parted the section. This is the part I pre-parted out. I'm gonna go ahead and take that section. I'm gonna add a little bit of gel, and then I'm gonna divide that section into 3. And I do this for every single one of my braids so that my braid lays in the center and that it doesn't like tug when you put it up. It's just the healthiest place to put your braid, and it looks sleek and clean. So after I've divided it into 3, I'm gonna start by switching the left in the middle braid, then the right in the middle braid, then the left in the middle braid, then the right in the middle braid, strand, LL. And then you're gonna add a piece of hair in between your middle finger and your pointer finger. Then you're gonna do it again. You're gonna switch the left with the middle, the right with the middle. Then you're gonna add another piece of hair. Then you're gonna braid again. You're gonna switch the left with the middle, then the right with the middle. Then you're gonna add another piece. Yeah, this was a good angle right here. This was one. And then after this, I usually like to switch from the way I hold the braid, because I braid a lot faster with this angle. So switch my hand placement, doing an under braid, and now I'm just going to continue braiding until I get to a point where I want to add some curls. Okay, so I've gotten down far enough, and now I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some curls. So same way, you add it in between your middle and your pointer finger, and you see me just putting that in place. That's the rightmost strand, and you put that in between your middle and your pointer finger, and then you put the curl in between that finger as well, and then you just continue braiding. And after you've done like 3 rotations, just to make sure that the curl is secure, you don't want curls to be falling out like it's leaving a trail, like people know, oh, whose curl is this? They know whose curl it is, and we just don't want that. It's kind of embarrassing, no cap. Yeah. So you continue braiding all the way down until you get to another section where you want to add a curl, but we're just going to go ahead and close it off at the end. So I'm just going to continue braiding, and to close it off, all I do is I do the same thing I was doing before. I take the strand and I add it in between my middle and my pointer finger, and then braid the rest of the way down. The only difference is that I don't take the curl out to put it back up to get it out of the way. I just add it since I'm towards the end and there shouldn't be that much straight hair. I just add it, and then I continue braiding down until I reach the rest of the braids. The stopping point for the rest of the braids, I align that with the stopping point of this braid, and then I secure it by tying a knot with a small strand. And I know this is not a very good angle either. I'm gonna do better in my next video to make sure that my hand is not in the way. If that means stopping and checking, that means stopping and checking. But all I do is I seal that off, and then I'm gonna finish braiding out the rest of her hair. Enjoy this little time lapse of me finishing off the rest of her hair. And then after that, I'm going to show you guys how I cut off the straight pieces at the end. Just know that once I finish off the end, I always add glue. Make sure you add glue. This only happened to me once, but one time I think I missed a row on accident, and I still was able to cut off the curls at the end. But my client hit me up later. She already got her discount for her next appointment. Everything's all good. I don't want to hear it in the comments. But make sure, you know, you learn. I learned my lesson. I make sure every single row has glue at the end. You know, after some point you're rushing, you're moving, you forget to add glue. Please don't forget. I usually do a row, then add glue after. But just don't forget to add glue after. But yeah, I always add glue to the end of my curls to finish it off. So this is my favorite part. I just love seeing the way the curls lay. But this is the final look, and I haven't finished cutting out like the curls from the hair. Now halfway through, I do cut, I do like stop and cut off the straight pieces. Just so I'm able to see like the density of the braids like in actuality. So like halfway through, like I cut, and see the part to the right is the ones that are the straight pieces have already been cut off, and to the left is the straight pieces that haven't been cut off. And I just do that just in case, because for some clients or like some hairstyles, I'll be like, okay, maybe 1 or 2 more curls here would be more beneficial in terms of where like I lay my curls. Okay, this looks thin, this looks thick, you know, just so that my curls fall in between like the spaces, if that makes sense. So all I'm doing is I'm literally just cutting off the straight pieces. That's literally it. At an angle, not too blunt, just get as close as you can and cut it off. And that's literally all I'm doing. All I'm doing is cutting off the straight pieces. And that's about it. And now I'm gonna time lapse it, and I'm gonna cut off the rest. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment what you want to see next, and subscribe to my channel. Bye y'all, see y'all in the next one.